Hey, it's Marcus from PunchJump, and we are going to do a quick gaming test on Resident Evil for Mac using the iMac M1 base model, which includes an 8-core CPU and a 7-core GPU. Here are the settings we are going to use for our test, and the resolution is set at 1920 by 1080, and because we are running this game on macOS Ventura, we have this Metal FX upscaling option, and we are going to set this to performance to max out the frame rate. So this is how the game looks when it is running on the iMac M1 base model while screen recording is operating at the same time. So you can see that the frame rate is around 30 FPS. The textures are a bit muddled and the overall quality is not that high. So I am going to turn off screen recording and do an off-screen recording so that you can see how this game looks in real time. Now that screen recording is turned off, you can see that the frame rate has improved. It is now running at or around 60 FPS, and there is a little bit of screen tearing here and there. You can see the flame from the torch looking pretty good, and the overall texture quality and the visual quality is pretty nice on this iMac M1 base model. So we are going to move from the outside into the interior where you can see more of the lighting and the textures in this cave. All of this is still maintaining and holding its frame rate. And it's important to note that the iMac M1 base model only includes one fan, so it needs to thermal throttle faster than the other two models, which include 2 fans. In this sequence, we can see the hardware being pushed a little bit further. This is a real-time action sequence that is Ethan running for his life through this cavern. And there is a lot of different things going on here. You can see the fog effects, the lighting effects from that lichen. You can see some dust here. And you'll see the lighting quality is pretty decent for an iMac with a single fan and only 7 cores in the GPU. Those lighting effects with the lichen, shooting the fire arrows, and we come across this big boss that we were first introduced to in the village, who takes another swipe at Ethan, sending him crashing down below. Now here's a look of the visual quality inside the castle as Ethan sneaks his way in. As you can see, there's still some weird screen tearing that's happening, but overall the textures look really good. There is wood detail and some ornate fixtures lying around the castle, and this is still running at a 60 FPS. And as we lead into this classic entrance here into the foyer of the mansion, you can see this lovely chandelier and the grand staircase leading up to the 2nd floor. On a final note, the fan of the iMac M1 base model did kick up depending on what was happening on screen. So if you have an iMac M1 base model with the 7-core GPU and 8 gigs of RAM, you will hear the fan kick up depending on how much action is happening on screen. So if you want to purchase this game, it's on the App Store right now. It's $39.99, and for more news and reviews, head to news.punchjump.com.